Hail all, my name's Jared, but my friends call me Beth. And today I think I'm going to work on partisans for HC. So, let's see. I'll be boxing my 7 characters, which will make this take longer because everything I do for the 6, I'll have to redo for the 7th. That's one of the downsides to boxing more than a single group. Alright, looks like I have to go to Harbringer's Cradle and find this Infoquai person. Let me see if I can do that with minimal fuss. And the word to say is venture. Alright, so let's see. Moving with a group like this can be kind of a pain in the butt, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to port with the Thorn. Have my mage double invis, run over there, do a COTF, zone over, and when I get to the person, I'll lay down a campfire so my enchanter can follow along. Alright. For those of you wondering, I have a hotkey which gets rid of most of my isboxer boxes for when I'm doing these drop-down lists. It's on the number pad, the slash makes it disappear, and the multiplication button brings it back. So, nice and easy. Just making sure I got my group with me. I do. That would be embarrassing. I've done that before, ported and realized I hadn't invited my group. As you can see, all of my characters are zoning, but my enchanter, because he's still in the room, because he's not in the group. Make sure he's as his enchanter. Yeah. I'll sometimes switch over to my cleric to do overseers, because I take him on raids, and he dies a lot, and overseers is a good way to get back the experience you get when you die during raids. Alright, here's the Thorn. I am going to switch over to my mage, which is Arsonist. Going to double invis, which are these 2 buttons. Well, double invis and speed song. This is double invis, this is for speed and levitate. And now I gotta make my way to Harbringer's Cradle, which is down here. Everyone else will hang tight there at zone in. It's kind of mandatory if you're boxing and not using MQ to have a mage in your group. Because auto-follow is not good for this kind of stuff. Alright, I believe that's where I need to go. I'll just COTF. No, COTH. COTF is Call of the Forsaken. Sigh. Now that everyone's over here, I'll have them each individually click over. drop my fire. Got all my boxes in a fellowship. Switch back over to my enchanter. Click on the campfire. Alright, and I already forgot, what was that call word again? Venture. So when I have the entire group and I need to target one mob and do quest stuff, I usually just broadcast to all, which is this button here. So /tar IMPH. Okay, if you look over here, you'll notice all of my characters have it targeted. You can't tell with Bethorn because she's got her UI hidden. There, now you can tell. Now I'm going to do a /say venture. And this is pretty important for all of your boxes. You want to make sure you actually got the quest that, you know, the person was actually targeted. It really sucks when you're doing quests like this and you find out that some of your members didn't do a turn-in or didn't get the update. So you really got to do that. Go to the southeast and see what the Scalewrought are up to. Make sure everyone's got that. Can't see this on the other screen. I'm focusing on each character. I mean, you can see it on the little screens, but I'm actually jumping between. You can tell which screen I'm looking at because you'll actually notice that their UI pops up when I'm on their screen. Oh, there it is. All right, back to the thorn, and let's see. I probably need to run to a location for this one, so I'll need my mage again. Location is at Waypoint. I'm on Alakazam. That's on the other screen. Just follow the steps. These videos might get a little boring, but it's important to know how these things are done. You can always skip ahead if you want to, just not watch them. These videos aren't really meant as entertainment, they're meant more as informative. Looks like it's over by the area where the group quest is, which I've only done once. I need to get all my other tunes there. Alright, back on Arsonist. Gonna do another double invis. Make sure I have double invis. Here is something else that I've done. You'll notice that my invis and my invis undead are different icons and everything else. That R1 is for runes. Now, this is something I had. This is actually super easy. Anyone can do this. This is just something I do. After each patch, though, I have to do it again because the patch, when it patches, will send them back to their old icons. I'm going to flip over to my other screen and give a quick tutorial on that, actually. I might make a separate video, just a little tips and tricks like this. But here I am on my main screen, and go to my EverQuest folder. And if you go to UI files, under default, what you want are spells 1 and 3, I believe. Now, what you do, I use a tool called GIMP, graphic image something something, GIMP, this guy. It's like Photoshop, but it's open source and free to use. So it is pretty easy to use. So um, I'm actually going to walk through how it's done here, even though I have copies of these somewhere else. Open it. It'll take a moment. GNU Image Manipulation Program. All right. So all of the spell buffs are located in these spells JPEGs, and the ones that we're interested in is this one and this one. These, I've already done it on this, so you know it's not going to be there. But usually it's like just an eyeball, and this one's an eyeball with a skull near the bottom to represent undead. I made the changes to this one. I don't think I have the original files. Yeah, I keep the modified ones here on my in my saved pictures folder, and every time there's a patch, all I have to do is, there's the other one with the rune. All I have to do is go to this folder, copy these two, Control C, go back to my EverQuest UI files folder, go under default, and I actually have another copy of them right here. I'm pretty sure they're the exact same thing. Just make sure. They might be the originals. They're not. They are the modified ones. And you don't have to do the same thing I did with the red and the I and the IU. That's just so I can easily tell if my characters are invis or not. And I can actually see that on these little screens on the other side. It's important to know if you're invis drops or if you are for some reason not in the group. So, as I said, copy from that folder where you have them modified and just paste them back to this folder. It'll ask you if you want to replace the files, hit yes. And then next time you log in, or if you zone, or if you just reload your UI, those will change back to, you know, from their original icons to these colorful ones. That's how when you get like a UI from you know, a new UI besides the default UI. That's how they make everything look different, is they modify those files. So quick, simple, easy. I'm going to switch back over to the other screen. All right, now as you can see, you can actually kind of see the purple and the red and the yellow there. That means my characters are invis, but not my enchanter, because my enchanter is not in the group. If I wanted to invis my enchanter, I'd come over here and just click his invisibility, but he won't be double invis. Actually, I think it clips off here at the end, but I know he's invis. All right, so where do I need to go again? I'm on Arsonist, and you can tell I'm on Arsonist because his UI's popped up here. I need to go down here. I think still double invis. I think the only mobs that see invis in this expansion are the named mobs. So if he dies, that's why. Okay, here we are. Got an update. Looks like it's just running back and forth on this one. All right, let's make sure there's no wanderers here. I'll just COTF the entire group here. My mage gets jumped, I'll know I did it wrong. Everyone else is getting the update. Usually, if I have to run all the way across the zone, I'll actually drop my mage out of the group and put him in my enchanter's group so I can COTF him there. But this is a really short run, so I'm just gonna hop over to my enchanter screen, which is still invis. even though he's not levitating. And just run where the rest of the group is. It's not far. And when you see the rest of the group, just run up where they are until you see the text drum. There it is. And I'll just run back with him too. It can get annoying on some of these partisan quests because they literally want you to run back and forth across the zone like 5 times. Having a mage that can do COTF is a big help. Also, if you have campfires, those also help. I could have just campfired my entire group over there since there's a campfire by the guy, but I didn't. So. Because this is just a short run. If it was a big zone, I probably would have. Okay, back here, COTF, COTH. COTF is an expansion. Gotta stop doing that. Alright, and we're all by the quest NPC again. Tell him your findings. I imagine that just means back on the thorn. Going to search tar, find PH, just make sure everyone's got it. Everyone's got it. Okay, and I'm going to just hail. Task stage completed. Looking, I'm seeing gold text on all the screens, so we're all at the same point. Investigate the caverns west of here. Let's try to find more info. Oh my god, is this all going to be doing the COT or the Call of the Hero running back and forth? Imagine one of them's I'm going to get ambushed or something. Actually, let me look at the. Let's do some spoilers here. West of try and find some more. I need to go to this waypoint. Report back again. Collect blood from the slim-looking Scalewrought. Manipulator blood drops from Scalewrought farmhand. And collect blood from any kind of carapace. Okay, looks like a bunch of collects. And then after we give it back, he'll give us a neutralizer, which we use on a table, and then report back to finish the task. This is a pretty easy one, it looks like. There's some that are much more involved and jumping between zones and everything. Alright, so back to the thorn. I always pilot from the thorn when possible. I want to say this scout here does some merc quests. It's important when you're doing the partisan quest to pick up the merc quest too, because a lot of times the mobs that you're killing for the partisans will also give you your merc credit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Tar A, and when there's a space you can't just put a space in there, use an underscore. Nor. Let's see if that's enough. Arabian Scout. It was enough. They're all targeting him. Hail. Say. Help. Okay, go deal with the food supply, manipulators, and muscle, and flying around. Right. Manipulators. I could click on the text, but that would only work on this one tune. And if any of my other tunes have like more, like that general that just popped up there, that didn't pop up on everyone, I'd be clicking on the wrong spot. Alright, yep, that's one of the merc quests. What was the other one? Muscle and flying. Say muscle. Say flying. Alright, gonna off broadcast, and I'm going to make sure that I got them all. So, handling livestock, slay airborne, protecting the area. Okay, they're all Harbinger's Cradle. I'm going to make sure that those are actually 3. There could be 4. Ah, there are 4. I think I need to say food also. Back to the screen, make sure I'm still targeting the guy. I am. I think the word was food. Food. Yep. Declaw the situation. Undo that one. Declaw the situation, blow the glove, call their forces, clip their wings. Make sure I got all those. I'm actually going to check and make sure on all of the characters. So, starting with Bethorn. There they are. First 4. And with Hangnail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they're all there. Arsonist. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all there. Dire Beast. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all there. And they're not all going to get credit at the same time because my enchanter is outside the group. So once one, I'm actually going to have to kill twice as many of these things. Oh, it looks like there aren't many for each. Is it 3? 9 for livestock. I'll have to, switch out one of my tunes so Nathaniel here will get some credit. It's all XP. Alright, let's see. That was Dire Beast. Effigy has them all. Blood Splatter. There they are. And last but not least, Nathaniel. Alright, we all got it. Alright, just wanted to pick all those up. You don't have to drop Invis to do it. Let me make sure I still have Invis on everyone though. I do not on my mage because he did the Call of the Hero thing. So, double Invis. Easy enough. And now I'm going to look for this waypoint. In the old days, you just get a location and actually have to use loc and try and figure out where you were on the map just based on the X and the Y coordinates. Now you actually have the map to show you an arrow, but more importantly, it also, if you do the way instead of just loc for the location, it'll actually put an X on the spot, which is so much easier. So the next place, that's also really close. It's just a small zone. Might just be a really small zone. Hope so. I hate really big zones. Yeah, it's not too big at all. That's where we do the raid. Alright. Gotta make sure Nathaniel's still in biz. And there's Arsonist. I was gonna do the run thing again. This is right around the corner. Let's see how close I gotta get to this here. Pretty much right on top of the mob. Problem with that is that if I do a COTF here, that means I'm gonna have all these mobs jump on me. So I'm gonna come into this hallway, which looks pretty vacant. I don't see any wanderers at the moment. All the other tunes will remain in Viz when I do this. I'm going to do a Call of the Hero, double in Viz again, and then each of them one at a time. I'm just going to run over to that table. Not sexy, but it works. 2. And they can stay standing there. They're in Viz. As long as I'm finishing 20 minutes. Because the bar double invis actually does have a timer on it. It's about 20 minutes. Oh, Arsonist already got it. Other beast. Come on, there you go. Sometimes gotta wiggle around, especially with Levon. Effigy, blood splatter. There he is. And Nathaniel, who is still at zone in because he's not part of the group. It's a short run. Run over here like a chump. I've been working on getting the items which will allow you to teleport between two members. You know, I want to have one on my mage and the other one on my enchanter so they can pop between each other. But since I have my mage and my enchanter outside the group so much, it's been getting hard to get the experience to finish shows off. But Thorn actually has hers finished, and I think most of my other tunes actually have theirs finished too. They're just waiting for the turn in. I'll do it when I have them all done. Mage and the enchanter are the most important too, though. They'll get it eventually. I'm not in a spectacular hurry. Okay, still double invis. Gonna run back. Gonna end fine so my map isn't doing that weird thing. Back to this guy. Thing about doing the campfire is that you have to be visible too, so I'd have to drop invis for that to work, and that could be bad considering where they're at. So call the heroes and put her here, and I'll just run Nathaniel back. Sorry guys, this doesn't really make for super exciting YouTube videos, but as I said, informative, not entertainment. You can skip ahead however well you want. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Okay, back at the quest giver. Report back. Go back to the Thorn because she's my main. With the Scalewrought cooking. Report back. Should all be at this step. I saw the text drop on all the tunes, so they should all be there. Say, actually I don't even need to say. I'm just going to hit H for hail. I'm still targeting the Nerathian Scout. Shame on me. Tar. IMPH. Okay, now I'm targeting the correct person. Hail again. Okay, task stage updated. Alright. Now's the part where I actually have to find and kill things. Slim looking Scalewrought, blood from any carcass. Alright, but it doesn't look like it's an actual kill. It's a drop from the mob, so I won't have to bring Nathaniel into the group. I can just leave one on a corpse for him to pick up, which will speed things along a little. Oh, I am still broadcasting. I can't tell you how many times that's gotten me into trouble when I was broadcasting and didn't realize it. Do a double invis again, just sure I didn't do anything there. Okay, we're looking for blood from a Scalewrought farmhand. That's weird. The quest says I need 3, but this says I need 1. Wonder if they updated that in a patch and they just didn't get around to doing it on Alakazam yet. Well, let's see. It looks like there is part of this one which involves going to another zone. That's Hoodstock, though. Unfortunately, my druid can port there, so let's see. I'm on Nathaniel. Want to be on Blood Splatter. Actually, I want to be on the Thorn first, because I actually don't know where these farmhands are. We need to find farmhand, because they're the skinny ones. And crown shell carapace. These drop a random per mob. Okay. Thorn. So I'm actually going to have the Thorn scat out because she has the invaluable ability to track. I did not see a waypoint on this one. Probably don't need one. This zone's really small. It surprised me. Yep. Right there, right in front. Hell. I think I'll move my group like right here and pull. There are the crown shells right there. Alright. Are all of the mobs in here farmhands? Okay, I can pull these. I use my druid to pull. She has a lull, so allows it to happen pretty easy. Hopefully those carapace guys aren't linked, because sometimes, you know, if you pull one, it doesn't matter if you lull or not, they're all three going to come. Okay, I'm going to stop my tracking. I know there's a command for it, but I usually just hit track and cancel. I know it's just a few steps, but it's only a pearl. I'm gonna COTF those guys. And bring Nathaniel over here. This is where I'll have him in the caster stand. I will drop a campfire right here, like 20 feet away from my existing campfire, but this is where I'm going to pull the mobs. It's more of a beacon than anything here. Go to third person. I like to be in third person with the people actually doing melee so I can see where they are relative to the mob. So that is Bethorn, Hangnail, and Dire Beast. I'll try and keep Dire Beast as close to Hangnail as possible. So they're all hitting the correct guy. And the rest of you guys go over here where Nathaniel is, because you don't need to be right there. Especially Effigy, who uses a bow. That should be far enough. And blood splatter. He could do melee, but I usually don't. I usually keep him back here so he can just be a mana battery. It's too much pain in the ass to make sure he's looking at the target. And he still does his boastful bellow and everything. He still contributes to the group in that way. Alright, so Bethorn's here, Bethorn's ready. I need to, before I start pulling, replace my spell porch, which I keep in number 14 here. Change it to my lull spell. Bring my UI back. Alright, and here's where the crap hits the fan, usually. You know, I don't see any wanderers through here. That's kind of unusual. I would have thought I would have saw one by now. Alright, gonna pull the farmhand first. I doubt he'll be chained. These guys are chained. It's going to be harder, but not impossible. I have an enchanter. I can do crowd control. Though I do tend to die a lot when I do. Alright, those guys are lulled and should remain lulled for about 30 seconds. Probably gotta get where I can actually see the guy.
Hit Aureate Bane.
Alright.
Hit Aureate Bane.
Everyone's got him targeted. Good. Going to assist. Dire Beast actually hitting one of that. There he goes. Too late though. Damned Ranger. Alright, so when this happens, all I do is I move my melee classes up to get hit on. And my Ranger, who's not too close to bow, I just auto attack. He gets to use his weapons. Usually not a big deal. I already hit my DPS button, so All my tunes should be casting. Looks like they're already done casting. So I'm going to do the second one. I usually don't have to heal my Shadow Knight because his life taps heal me. But I keep an eye on him anyway, sometimes before he goes into it. I just noticed I don't have him on my X-Star.
Hit Orient Bane. Hit Orient Bane.
Don't worry. I need to create a hotkey to do that. Someday I will. Actually, I'll make a video of how I do it. Alright, why isn't this guy dead yet? He should be dead. Not only that, but looks like Hangman's taking a bit of a beating here. Fortunately, he didn't die. He almost died. Because I didn't have my X-Star set up. Boxing is perilous work. So, go ahead and heal him before I fix anything. Did all 6 of them drop? No, I've got 5 of them to drop. So I'd definitely need to get at least 2 farm hands. Alright, that mostly healed Hangnail. So, good enough. What's next? Oh, I know why he didn't die so fast. I don't have my bard singing. Not singing bard. My force multiplier. Right. That and my ranger doesn't do as good a DPS when he's not on his bow. He still does decent DPS with melee, but the bow's better. Alright, gotta make the Thorn the master leader. For some reason it doesn't make her, even though she's a leader, it doesn't make her master leader. Alright, so I want to give one to Arsonist, I want to give one to Thorn. I'm just going down the list here. I'm going to give one to Blood Splatter. And Effigy. Actually, I'm not going to give the last 2 away because a lot of times if you have the item and you get an update like that, they don't drop anymore. So, and I need to get at least 2 more because my enchanter needs 1 too. So, I'm going to leave those last 2 on there. I'll just make this window smaller. So, these are the other guys I need. Reload the first 2 and see if they all 3 come or not. If they don't, this should be pretty easy. Just got 1. Okay, make sure everyone's hitting. Make sure everyone's assisting. Looking a little better this time. Make sure not. Yeah, sometimes if I hit the buttons too fast, the auto fire doesn't work. There, that was auto firing. Just double checking. And I forgot to fix my X-Star. I got hot buttons for that. Let's see. Raid X-Star, G invite. There they are. GX-Star 1. I'm going to switch back those 4, and GX-Star 2. We'll get the last 2. There. Now my bars are out here, and if Hangnail starts dropping again, I can do my old click to heal thing. And hopefully he will not die. Alright, that's 1. Let's see what he dropped. Looks like he gave 4. We only need 1 for each, so that's cool. The rest of this stuff I'm going to give to Thorn. She collects all the trade skill stuff. I usually keep all my trade skill stuff and I separate it out by type and keep it all in different banks. Probably never going to use it, but I hold on to it all. think that last time I might have accidentally hit DPS sequence 2 first, which is why the mob didn't die as quick. Sequence 2 is direct damage, which is good when dots are already on the mob, but right now I'm going to do DPS fusion. These guys have a little bit more hit points than the mobs over in, what's it? Alright, Covert. Also, it helps if my Shadow Knight's actually hitting. Is he hitting? Yeah, he was hitting. Maybe he just got bumped back a little. Alright, I think I have more than enough of those now. So I'm going to pass those out. One for Arsonist. One for Thorn. One for Blood Splatter. One for Dire Beast. One for Effigy. And one for Hangnail. And one for my homies who can't be in the group with me, which would be Bethaniel. Move that onto course. Go to each screen and accept it. Didn't accept the last one either. You'll notice that I'm going to these different screens. Gallant's looking for group, but this isn't good group-worthy stuff. So maybe later if I'm grinding, I'll bring them in. Alright. I gotta bring Nathaniel, figure out which one of them, well, probably the one that hasn't disappeared. Under advanced looting. Okay, I probably need to leave all for the rest of these. Let's see, did that do it? There we go. So now Nathaniel's looting. We got his. And this is how I do Partisan Quests and Merc Quests. I'm willing to bet the Merc Quests are killing farmhands and killing livestock. Yeah, kill the Scalewrought, handling livestock. Those are the farmhands. So I'm going to need to kill at least 5 more of those. Airborne. Protecting the area. And eliminate livestock. That's 9. So I'm going to need to kill more of the crabs too. But right now I need to get 1 more farmhand, so Nathaniel gets credit for that. Okay, don't need those guys. Or I do need them, I just don't need them right now. I want to stay focused on what I'm actually doing. Pull these. That last one didn't have or the mobs were surrounding him. Lol. I have the rank 3 lull, so I probably could have pulled through him. I mean, it drops their notice range down to 5 feet, which is next to nothing. I mean, that's like 2 steps. But if he passed directly over one of the other mobs, I might get an ad. So let's not do that. Let's do it the safe way. While I can handle ads, I do tend to die a lot more when I get one. Uh-oh. Get off my hand now. Guy, it's hard. Is he slowed? Yeah, he's slowed. Maybe it doesn't usually go down that fast. Guys might be tougher than they look. must have moved while my dots were going off. Gonna do a second BPS 2 here. Alright, well, I'm above 125 AA points. I should make sure I'm not getting close to my limits here. Alright, let's see. Are these lower? No, they're not lower. So which ones did I give them to already? I want to say I gave them to the first 4. Let me double check. 2, 3. Did Dire Beast get one? He did not get one of these. Okay, so I give it the first 3. Let me make sure that Blood Splatter got one, though. You gotta be careful, you know, that you're not missing any of your tunes here. Blood Splatter did get one. Okay, so the first one goes to Dire Beast. Second one goes to Effigy. Third one goes to Hangnail. And the rest I'll leave on the corpse. And I will tell you right now, the biggest pain in the butt of boxing, and this is actually true when you use an MQ also, it doesn't matter, is turning in items, because it's a pain. First, if you click on it at first, sometimes it won't take because you might be a biz. Give them both of those. It does say give them both, right? Actually, it just says give them the blood. Wonder if, huh? Well, let's see if it takes them both. It only allowed one. So he wants them one at a time. So I gotta see. If I wasn't paying attention, I might not have. I might have only done the turned in the first one and then started on the next part of the task and been all jacked up. Alright. Since Bethorn collects all the trade skill stuff, her inventory's the most complicated. Okay, Bethorn's done. Hangnail. Let's see. We want the purple one first. I try to keep I don't always have it this way, but I try to keep some main bag slots open when I'm doing quests like this so I don't have to search through bags. Sometimes it works. A lot of times it doesn't. Now Arsonist. Purple first. Gray second. Dire Beast. See, I only have one spot open on him, so the other one will be in here somewhere. And the gray one. Effigy. And the reason my ranger is named Effigy is because my ranger is actually a persona. The character that effigy is actually a necromancer. So I have a ranger named effigy. After I get my ranger's AAs all the way up, which I need to check on after I do all these turn-ins, I got to switch personas and get my other tunes up to par. Blood splatter. His original name was Direbard, but I tried to change their names over time, you know, as I got the Daybreak cache to better reflect their personalities. And Blood Splatter definitely suits this guy. Dies a lot. Where's the other one? Crap. See, this is what happens. Alright, I'm going to do a search for blood. There it is. It's under General 3. I could grab it from there, but I want to see where it is so I can, yeah, plug the hole and put that there. I want my stuff to appear here so I don't have to look for it. Must have run through a stack of food or water or something. Alright, blood splatter, and I cannot forget Nathaniel. I think I already did him, but I want to double check. Alright. Collect the neutralizer from Harbringer from Woodstock Hills. Okay, I'm going to read this text. No, I'm not. I'm going to come over here into the Alakazam. All you have to do is hail the guy. And it doesn't say where he is in the zone. It looks like after that I'm going to have to go back to that other room and do some clearing, which is fine because the mercenary tasks are for killing those mobs, so and then talk to the guy. That'll be the end of the first one. Cool. Ooh, Hunter Owlbear kill credit. Oh wait, that's Lorian's song. I got all Lorian's song. One of my guildies is calling out raid invites. That's why I have that tone whenever someone says PST. That's another tip and or trick. And I will make a video eventually of all of these. But you can make audio triggers. And it's not under alerts. It's under actions. Audio triggers. But it's not on Nathaniel if it's on the Thorn. Otherwise I'd have 6 things going off at the same time. So audio triggers. So anytime someone uses PST in chat, I get a tone, and anytime I get someone says LFG in chat, I get a tone. PST sounds like this. LFG sounds like this. So I do the LFG thing for when I'm like just grinding XP. I enjoy switching out my team members for other people, which is good because it's keeping them in the game. They wouldn't find a group otherwise. This game would be dead if it weren't for boxers. Hey guys, I just realized that this video was taking over 2 hours and I need to break it up. So this is a natural break point, so it's going to be the end of part 1. Keep your eye out for part 2.